Yo, what's going on, guys? Ego Talks about back again with another video. Today, we're going to be talking about Arsenal going 7 points clear, Manchester United slapping Manchester City. Of course, Chelsea look to be making another signing. Thomas Frank could be sacked, and a little bit more. All on today's show. It's going to be a very entertaining show. Before we go any further, please do hit that like button. Please do hit that subscribe button, and let's get this show started the right way. And don't forget, we're going to have to speak about an explosive Afcon final. Bye. Yes, people. What's going on? Senegal Talks Football. We're back again with another video. Hope you guys are doing well. Shout out to the boys that are in the building so far. And more people are going to be joining us as the show continues. Before we go any further, please do check out the title sponsor for today's show, none other than OK Jersey. The link is in the description. And of course, if you guys want some wonderful jerseys, you guys can go get it on OK Jersey. I even got a training top from OK Jersey. It is legit. Now, we got my guy M in the building. M, shout out to you. You're one of the only people who predicted a Manchester United win, and we're going to talk about that as Vater is destined to come. And the reason why we're doing it today is because of the Afcon final. So we will speak about that also. We also have my boy Fator in the building. Shout out to you, bro. Hope you're doing well. Shout out to everyone in the comment section also who's watching this right now. I see a lot of you guys came over from Dan Potts 12th Man podcast. Shout out to all you guys coming over from the 12th Man raid in the building. The eagle has landed. I can see the eagle emojis. Basically, there's Dan, the United fan on the other show, and he's calling me Eagle instead of calling me Eagle. And they're like, "What are you doing? Why are you calling him Eagle?" He's like, "Thank God he didn't notice."
I thought you were talking about the Nigerian football team.
What? No, he was he's basically mispronouncing my name.
Yeah.
And then it led to these guys all coming in now, putting eagle emojis in the chat. But yeah, shout out to everyone in the comment section. Before we go any further, we got Rack in the building. Let's start with the Afcon final. That was crazy, no? That was crazy. And commiserations, M. I'm sorry, my Moroccan brother. You had to wait 20 minutes to take a penalty and then missing in that fashion. I couldn't imagine how you felt at that moment in time. You're gonna have to walk me through it. But for anyone who hasn't seen it, Morocco won the final in dramatic fashion. It took almost 20 minutes to take the penalty in the final minutes after a goal was disallowed from Senegal 2 minutes earlier. It went to extra time. And then in extra time, Senegal scored a screamer. Gay scored a screamer and led to Senegal winning. And they also almost missed another tap in. But boy, the conversations coming out of that game, crazy, bro. How you feeling? Morocco lost.
Yeah, I'm good, man. Big up everyone in the chat. Big up the panel as well. But yeah, man, it's a bitter pill to swallow, man. I'll be honest with you. Especially, I still haven't fully recovered. Like my head's still.
Em was fully invested, man. You were fully invested.
Yeah. Bro, if you check my video, if you check the video on my my channel, like I just cut up some shorts from my live. But I had my whole family here, bro. Like even people in the chat was like, it sounds like you're playing in a stadium. It sounds like your house is a stadium. That's how loud it is. But it was good. It's just one of them ones.
That was the worst penalty you've ever seen?
No, but you know, I'm just seeing a lot of stuff, bro. I'm seeing a lot of stuff, man. I'm seeing how Diaz, because bro, I saw a video of when all the Senegalese players went off the pitch. One guy called over Mane, and then after that, Mane, obviously you can see he spoke to him. Then Mane went in the changing room to bring all of the players out. You can see Diaz having a conversation with Mane as well, basically telling him bring them all out. So it looked like it's just even there was a conversation between their goalkeeper and Mane as well, and Mane was like he's gonna go straight down the middle. So it's just like and then even Diaz, he put out like a cryptid post on his Twitter, basically saying I apologize to Morocco. Hopefully one day, like you would understand why I had to miss that penalty. So it stinks of.
Wait, he missed it on purpose.
Yeah, bro, that's what they're saying.
This is why.
That's cap.
What
they're basically saying is he got threats. What they're saying is he got threats from like big up Twisted Fate. You was with me as well. Yeah, big up everyone as well. Look, I'm not even going to make no excuses. It's just I would have liked if Senegal won without, walking off the pitch for 20 minutes and then coming back on the pitch and then me seeing all of that craziness. credit to them, bro. Do you know what I mean? Credit to them. But it's just the way everything went down, and overall, it just makes the tournament look bad, in my opinion.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. I don't care like what if a decision doesn't go your way, you shouldn't be walking off the pitch. Like we played Nigeria, we played Cameroon. They could have said, some decisions didn't go their way, but it's just. And then 20 minutes, and not even that. Like the 20 minutes that they delayed, that didn't even get added on to added time. So it's just like, it's a weird one overall.
Let me ask the people in the chat if you agree. Say yes, he missed on purpose. If you disagree, say no. Let me know in the chat right now. Do you guys agree or disagree that he missed on purpose? Because personally, for me,
it's weird again. But there's some videos of him
that he would have missed that on purpose. No way.
Check his Twitter. He literally come out and said, "If you lot basically said, I'll find it for you now." But he basically said, "Look, like I apologize to all Moroccans. Only if you knew why I missed." So it's like he's basically trying to imply like something, and it's weird because Mane actually said to the goalkeeper before he took the shot, he's going down the middle. Should just stay down the middle, and it was just weird. But the one thing is, look, I would like Africa to stay together in this. Like I can see a lot of countries kind of like taking sides. Somehow Morocco's got on the bad end of this tournament. I don't know why. Like I believe we were good hosts. I believe it was a good tournament, but. It's one of them ones.
It was some of the stuff with the towel and like.
See, but that's what I'm saying. So even that, like, I was watching that and thinking, what the hell is going on? But from what I saw, because there was Saibari, he's a Moroccan player, and when it was at one point he was standing next to the goalkeeper and watching the towels. So even he was doing the ball man's job, and it's like, why are you doing that? So apparently they were hiding stuff in their towels. But then again, you do have to wonder, why is there so many towels? Like at one point they had about 5 or 6 towels all around the bloody. Like, what do you mean, bro? Like unlimited towels.
I felt like if you're in the neutral, I felt like that's kind of the exposure of how corrupt that official is in that tournament. It's just that again, it's that corruption that people's been speaking on the poor officiating nowadays. That it's getting too much, and I'm just hoping that again it doesn't happen again in the future. But I do feel in a way that again it's the use of VAR that really people.
You hope what doesn't happen in the future?
I just hope that the use of a VAR, because I felt that the VAR, that up until that in the end that penalty shout by the Moroccan, I think that VAR stuff that I feel that is still. They're still having issue with it, to be honest.
I mean, apologies for arriving late. Apologies for arriving late. But are you guys in disagreement with why they were outraged?
I'm in disagreement. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
You don't walk off a pitch,
who Senegal?
Yeah, Senegal. Yeah, no, for sure, bro. You don't walk off a pitch.
No. The actions to the outrage is one thing, but their outrage, why they were upset. Do you understand why?
Okay, so because Hakimi, the Hakimi decision before that. But here's one thing though, when they scored their goal from their corner,
yes or no, M. Do you think that they had a right to be outraged?
Honest, there's nothing I can say for me to be like, I understand that. I understand. Like, I don't understand why they would react like that. Like,
they can feel hard done by. I think they can feel hard done by.
The last kick of the game, they felt like
but they can feel hard done by because I think most people will probably look back at that goal and Hakimi. I think the contact was minimal, and I think that was harsh. But that's the game.
100%.
And ultimately, some decisions go for you, some go against you. You can feel hard done by, but you don't walk off the pitch.
But I'm trying to separate how they reacted to what happened on the field. What happened on the field to a man on this panel? Are you like, I don't get why they were upset, or you're like, I get it?
No, I don't. No, I don't get it because, bro, we've seen worse decisions in the Premier League, and no one walks off the pitch. We
you keep taking it to a different M. You keep skipping it.
This is a normal
You're fast
thing.
forwarding to the end. I'm not talking about the end. I'm talking about what happened in the moment. Do you get it or don't get it?
What about they're outraged because of the Hakimi decision? That's the only thing I can understand. Like, they
thought the penalty was soft also,
and then you gave a penalty 2 minutes after. Is that the outrage?
Yes.
But that's also
because it's accumulation, like throughout that entire. If you were watching and you're like, oh, they're overreacting. okay, I'll let you have it. I thought that it was adding up. It was adding up, and I understand again what the moment was and the timing of it. I'm like, I get it.
Yeah, no, I get it.
But you get the outrage, or you get the dissatisfaction, right? That's understandable. Anybody who had that penalty given against you and then it goes down the other end, and I actually think the other one was a penalty. You would feel hard. You would feel hard done by. You would feel hard done by.
The funny thing is with the Diaz one, bro. Yeah, it's like it's like the last kick of the game. The defender should know better. It's the corner, and you got your arms all over him. You're making a referee make a decision. That's the only thing I can say. But it is what it is. Credit to Senegal. They won.
What it is. Perfect way to wrap it up. I just wanted to get onto the Manchester derby.
I don't know about that, but yeah.
Nah, you know what?
It was definitely spectacular. It was definitely spectacular.
I'll say one thing. Shout out to Senegal for getting back onto the pitch, because Mane, he saved the tournament from getting disgraced.
Proper leader.
If the tournament ended.
Yeah. Proper professional.
Disqualification. That would have been a disgrace.
Because football is never done, right? I hope it. Look, people obviously have short memories, and I'm not going to specifically say Mane because of Liverpool and all that, but football is just when you think it's over, shit happens, right? City won the league in the last minute with Aguero. It's never over. Arsenal won the league at Anfield in the last minute. It's never over. Chelsea equalised the Champions League final. Man United equalised and won in the Champions League final, right? It's never over. You can't give up, man.
Yeah. You know what? You're 100% right. 1 second.
The crazy thing is, I didn't even come up with a Liverpool example there.
Last thing I want to say as well, yeah. I want you lot to watch that. I want you lot to watch the penalty miss and watch the reaction to 70% of the Senegalese players. You know, all of them just turned around and ran up the pitch. It's like they expected a miss. I'm telling you now.
The ball never lies. Have you heard that phrase before?
You celebrate.
No, I can't. I know, but I can't do conspiracy.
Right, just keep an open mind and then make a decision.
I know, but I can't do conspiracy. My first thought can't be conspiracy theories. Like if someone gives me some evidence, I'll think about it.
I'm going to send you some evidence. Coming across.
Speaking of conspiracy theories, over to Miguel.
Speaking about conspiracy theories, there's people saying that the Premier League wants Arsenal to win the league because they didn't send off dalot for a red card challenge on Doku early in the Manchester.
It was a red card. I think that was a red card.
Did you guys think it was a red card?
I think it was.
Obviously don't think it was a red. No.
Let me.
Wait, did you say no?
Yeah. No, I think there was no malice in it. It looks worse in slow-mo, but he's tried to get the ball. The ball's in the air. You've tried to get the ball. Doku's knocked it past him. But you can't say he's gone into that challenge to injure him.
That's not how you determine red cards, M. That's not how red cards are determined, whether you determine the player went in to harm somebody.
Bro, did Doku finish the game? He got up and finished the game. He wasn't. So there was nothing in it, bro.
Oh, because he's a soldier. It's not a red. Because he took the foul and kept playing, it's not a red.
The Afcon part.
M just ruined all of his credibility off the last topic. He just lost it,
bro. But it's not a pen, man. You can't sit there and say that's a pen.
I personally think we have to keep it real. If you stud and scratch the top of somebody's leg, it's a red.
It was a red. It was like I winced when I saw the replay. I was like, oof.
I did get a little worried, but.
Yeah, if you don't make it, when you saw that replay, you thought, oh,
I was like, it could. I wouldn't be mad at it if it was, yeah, for sure.
I was worried about his career, to be honest with you.
Oh,
I was. No, there's some things you deal with when the adrenaline is pumping, and then there's like, I was just hoping not to hear anything worse after the game.
Is that the reason you lost, though, Vega?
Yeah.
Is it the reason why I lost?
Yeah.
Can I just briefly
shout out?
It's a factor.
I don't know. Like pulling out the string. What's the thing? The string of the performance. I don't know where we're up to, but I want to talk about Bruno Fernandes. Yeah.
We haven't
Wait,
even
why?
started the
Why?
performance conversation.
Okay, we haven't even.
Jay, you know that foul
just-
happened 10 minutes into the game, and you want to talk about the full 90.
Yeah, no, but the thing is Pep said it best himself. He said, "Listen, yeah, you know, if we concentrate on that decision, then we're gonna miss out on the bigger picture of this defeat. Yes, United really should have been down to 10 men. Yeah, they should. I think most.
Yeah, I just
people
didn't
would be
want
like,
I wanted
"That was
those
red."
words to be said. You were trying to dismiss.
100%.
If it
But
wasn't
I'm
for
not-
me
I'm not-
interrupting you, that wouldn't have been said on this show. We
Oh
would
no,
have talked about Bruno.
I would have said, but I wanted to circle back to say that performance, right? That performance that Bruno put in, yeah, like this
You're
is
on
why
mute,
I always speak so highly of Bruno. Is because that performance, there's the only player in the last 5 years that could give that performance is De Bruyne. There's no other player that could deliver the performance Bruno did against Man City. I was looking at the stats from this game, yeah? Bruno created 4 clear-cut chances in this game. The most Pep has ever conceded in the Premier League, yeah? United generated the highest XG that City have ever conceded in a Premier League game under Pep, yeah? Bruno was running this game. Absolutely running this game. And this is why I'm like, the guy is, people have to appreciate this player. Because when he's gone, because there isn't another player like Bruno. So when he's gone, people will be like, "Oh, what about?" Nah, you got to appreciate this player now.
Jay,
Because-
you know what,
Jay,
Jay, relax.
Just a little bit.
No, he's doing a lot.
It's not, bro.
Yeah.
Honest, bro.
I'm gonna pass. I'm gonna pass.
No, listen.
Thanks,
my point
Rex.
is,
Yeah.
I think
no,
he's
no,
right,
going on
and
mute.
Jay's been on the right
no,
side.
I'm 100%
Right
right.
side of history.
No,
He has,
listen.
because people have been saying Bruno Fernandes
I
is
just
shit.
wanna say,
He's
bro.
Manchester United captain ever.
Bro,
No, Jay is right in
I'm
what
just
he's
trying
saying.
to.
You are right, bro. Bruno had
No,
an
this is
amazing
too
game.
much.
Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I think
Bro,
everyone actually had a good game.
bro, listen,
Martinez was quality at the back as well. Kept hard on
No, but give Bruno his flowers. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying. Just to finish this glaze, yeah, I'm gonna go out on a bigger limb. Yeah.
Oh God.
Since
Don't
De
do it.
Bruyne, since De Bruyne, there is no Bruno is comfortably the best 10 in the league. Comfortably, yeah. In that number 10 position, no one can talk to him.
What
in
about
the Premier
Xavi
League,
Simons, bro?
Yeah.
Wow.
Right, so anyway, right? Just to finish.
Jay, that was funny. That was funny.
It was fine, but like it was fine to get a dig in. But like I'm just gonna finish on this. Yeah, the guy, I personally think, yeah, that Bruno is on a list of. He's definitely my favorite player in the Premier League. I think I'd go as far as to say he should be on that list. You know, when you talk about
Is
the
he
best
around
players
Cesc
to not win-
Fabregas?
No, I'm saying the best players to not win the Premier League. Bruno should be up with those names.
You sound like
Definitely.
one of them
I
top
think he
reds
should
that's
be.
like already calling Bruno like
No,
a
bro,
legend.
bro, listen, bro. I've watched this guy.
Mesut
I watched
Ozil.
this guy. No, I watched this guy come in from Sporting and smash up the league from day one.
He
Play
had
left
a
wing,
purple
number
patch.
10, CM. Bro, the guys, bro, like
I would have to agree with
people
you, though.
underrate
Like,
the
You
guy.
if
know
play him as a
the
10,
main
play him
topic
as a
I was hearing
10,
all weekend?
Bruno's cooking as a 10.
The main topic I was hearing all
bro.
weekend was you replace Bruno with Odegaard, Arsenal would have 3 league titles. That's what I was hearing.
They would.
Yeah, but you know that as well. Like,
No.
yeah, for sure.
Nah, that's
Why is Rack laughing?
When United are winning, the ridiculousness comes out.
No, but the thing is,
Why is someone put those two together?
I do think Bruno's a better goal scorer. He creates a lot of chances for Manchester United, but also the whole team is built around Bruno at Manchester United. He is the whole team.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Like,
It is, bro. What
let's
are we
be
talking
real
about?
here, right?
Ever
You'll
since he's
probably
been there,
back me
he
up
has
on
been the
this.
whole team.
What's up?
Bruno is their best player and their worst player, and he
Yeah,
can do
he's
that
their
within
worst
the game.
player.
That's
And
not.
he
No,
can
he's
do that
not.
with
That's
his
nonsense. That's
his
your
passing.
agenda,
If you
bro.
watch
The
him
amount
enough,
of let me just land my point. The amount of passes this guy does not complete, the amount of overpassing he
Nonsense,
does
bro.
with it is crazy. The amount
That's
of times he's
nonsense,
out
bro.
of position is ridiculous.
This
The
is
credit
nonsense.
doesn't
This is
go.
nonsense.
Wait, let me finish my point, Jay, man. I get why you think Bruno's that good because you watch shitty Spurs week in, week out. So I get it. I have sympathy for
listen,
that,
I think
right?
Bruno's that good because he's.
But hold on, here's the point.
You finish going. I'm gonna bring. I'm
Okay, but
bring
let
the
me just
numbers
finish
and
my
then
point. The credit shouldn't go to Bruno. The credit goes to Carrick because they had Amorim playing him in an 8. He's not an 8. He played in the midfield too with Casemiro. He's going to look stupid in there. Bruno had to play as a 10 or at the very least in the midfield 3. That's the issue. No one's ever denied Bruno's qualities. But to say that Bruno suddenly emerged out of this, but to put him on that pedestal, bro, is fucking
Jay,
crazy.
would you do a video with Rand?
Listen. Let me just explain to you quickly, yeah? These are Bruno's numbers for this season. Just this season, right?
Just this
season. Number
Bro,
one.
why are we glazing Bruno?
Let's talk. I'm not gonna lie. I want to hear what Beta has to say.
Let me finish this point. Bro, listen, let me finish this point. Yeah, Bruno, number 1 in assists. Yeah, in the Premier League. Bruno, number 1 big chances. Bruno, number 1 chances created. Bruno, number 1 expected assists. Bruno, number 1 sofa score ratings. Bruno, number 1 foot mob ratings. Bruno, number 1 shot creating actions. Bruno, number 1 through balls. Bruno, number 2 goal creating actions. Bruno, number 2 long passes completed. Bruno, number 2 player rated who scored. Bruno, number 2 crossfield switches. Bruno, number 3 GA. Bruno, number 3 passes into the penalty area. Bruno, number 4 progressive passes. Bruno, number 5 passes into the final.
What's his stats on how many times he loses the ball?
That's his numbers this season.
Okay, but Jay,
because you guys don't understand how mad this player is. Sorry, let's move on.
Bro, I understand how mad this player is. I also understand Manchester City having less points than Wolves in 2026 is crazy. They have 3 points in 2026 out of 4 games. Wolves have 6.
So,
Vader, this is when you do your little soundboard thing. Go on, push the button.
which one do I do? The alert?
Do one of your soundboard.
All right, guys. I'm just gonna say that performance from Manchester City in the Manchester Derby tells me these guys are not serious about the league title. Give me that.
Are you serious
the
about
the title's yours, Ego.
Oh, it's 7 points.
The only reason why the title does not happen is if you fail. That's it's on you.
I don't understand where this Eagle's coming from about hyping Man City lost though, because you guys dropped your points to Forest as well.
Bro, they got utterly
It's a city segment. It's a city segment right now. It's all
we'll get on to that. We'll get on to that.
Listen, I'll be the first to say it. All right, I watched the game. I did my match reaction. I was surprised by how we performed or how we didn't perform. The only 2 players that I called out and I said, listen, thank you for putting in a shift was Don first, and then obviously Kostanov. The rest didn't show, in my opinion, didn't show out for a derby, which I was very concerned about. Now, you can the manager should have picked this 11, this, that. Listen, Pep didn't get it right, and neither did the players in terms of how they performed. Pep also subbed on players, and I didn't see much of a difference either, right? Calling out, because I'm just waiting for when Egal wants to interrupt me and ask me about Foden. But Foden got subbed off. Injury, who knows? Foden got subbed off. The young defender, which Jay was just talking heavy about Bruno, was playing against what we were able to do, a makeshift defense that have not been able to defend and keep points higher than Wolves. We're doing with a makeshift defense. United took full advantage, and Bruno had the game of his life or a game of the season for him, right? I never questioned him with regards to creativity. But is he that midfielder that you're going to be like, yeah, we're building around him, we trust him, Bruno? Nah, Jay, you're doing too much. But performance-wise versus United was poor. Now, I was losing my mind because I thought we were going to get into the game, and we didn't. And again, what I mentioned, and I'm not using this as an excuse, but I'm not going to dismiss it either. I've seen way too many derby games where the refs don't want to be the storyline. So they don't want to be the storyline, so they don't make calls which all of us would naturally expect in a game. 2 seasons ago, I saw what we all understood to be offsides, but between Bruno and Rashford, it was not an offside goal. It made no sense.
There was one in that game as well, Vader, that Cunha one for the 3rd goal. That was not offside. They didn't even show that back.
Okay,
they didn't even show it back.
Well, let's see whether you do that with 10 men. But when it comes down to the
it could have been 5-0, Vader. It could have been 5-0. Harry Maguire off the bar in the first 2 minutes.
I don't think it could have been 5-0 versus...
Ahmad hit the post. Yeah.
Yes, I
But you
don't
had
think
one
it
shot on
could have been
target.
5 if
You
you're
had
playing
one
with
shot on
10 versus
target.
City.
Bro,
We're not
listen.
going to do the coulda. The score was 2-0.
Now, even with 10
The
men, the way
score-
you lot
The
played, it would have
score
been
was
3-0,
2-0.
2-0.
I know you play one game a week. This was your title. This was your title.
Oh my
Wait,
God.
We're not going to do the
hold on, hold on, hold
coulda.
on.
Could have been 5. Could have been
Last stream
6.
I came on.
It
Hold on, give
was
me a second,
2
bro.
goals.
I came on
2.
last stream, yeah. You asked me, what's your prediction, Marwan, for the Man City game? I said, Man United 3-1. You all laughed at me. You all said I was crazy. You all said, oh, yeah. This is why I missed you, Em. This is why I missed you, Em. Because
I missed
we need
you.
some
I missed that
positivity
energy.
in your United base. And it's like, bro, you lost every battle in that game.
When you
know what I
say
mean?
it's
And
going to
you
rain
can't
every day and it finally rains, I'm not going to give you credit for saying it's going to rain.
No, bro. It didn't
I'm
just
not
rain.
doing that.
The
It
reason why
poured.
the
It
show
didn't
is
just
today
rain, bro.
is
It
because
poured.
M said, I'm confident. I'm not scared of City. Vader said, you're going to be there the next show? Because you're not always
of
here.
course.
And then now
Because
we're-
M hasn't been here.
I said,
Because
Ahmad,
M hasn't
Mbeumo.
been
I
here.
said, Ahmad and Mbeumo, them two coming back, and bro, they murdered you that game, both of them.
Okay, can I ask a question?
Go
Why
ahead.
is it you've come here and you've said to us the injuries in the defense, the refereeing decisions, and everything else, yet your fan base last season laughed and didn't allow every time Igal, for example, would talk about injuries,
Well, you know
would talk
why,
about
Russell,
refereeing decisions. So how is it okay that the Man City fan base is now turning into the Arsenal fan base that everyone in your fan base was laughing at?
Well, see, Wolfie, when I watch
Great
you,
comment. By the way, before we go any
no,
further,
let me respond.
I'm gonna let him respond. I just want to say shout out to Netweed. He's been waiting a minute for the super chat. He said Man United and Everton saved Mikel, whatever that is, 0 teeth. Bro, you need to understand that was a point gained. They lost the opportunity to catch up to us. We're
2
ahead.
points dropped, the gal. 2 points dropped.
We're ahead. They missed out on the opportunity to catch up to
That's why
us.
Arsenal have the wrong attitude, because they look at it as a point game. But I'll speak
Hey,
of
you wanna know
that during
something?
the Arsenal segment. Let me respond.
You
to Wolfie.
lost, bro. You keep playing like Wolves. We won't have to worry.
They wish they were playing like Wolves right now.
Bayo, can I ask you a question? Is it?
Can I address Wolfie? What are we doing?
Yeah, I'll let you address Wolfie's question, but go on. But
all right. So Wolfie's trying to take one game and then say City are being Arsenal fans. I did not say that game was a result of the referees messing up, because Igal will go for 40 minutes. He'll do an exclusive show, no panelists talking about it. I'm not doing that. I'm just addressing the moment right now. I'm saying, listen,
Igal.
I brought that up, Wolfie, with regards to the response, because M wants to go, should have been this, should have been that. I'm saying, if you're going to do this, should have been 5, should have been 6, it should have been 10 man versus 11. That's all I'm saying. I'm moving on.
Got beat.
Well, we don't know that.
I agree.
That's what the shoulda.
You
That's what
wouldn't
the
want
shoulda is. That's what
Yeah,
the shoulda
but
is. We don't
also
know.
no, you can't say
man, come
it's
on,
just
man.
the one
Let's be honest,
game,
bro.
because Man City fans have been crying about injuries in their defense for at least a
Yeah.
good few weeks now.
Hey guys,
No. We
can I
don't.
bring back
No.
one of my? Can I bring back 2 of my favorites? Number 1, I'm not even gonna mention Foden. I'm just gonna say, Erling Haaland doesn't score. Where's everybody else? Where are the rest of the opportunities to chances to score? Your whole team, the last 4 games, Erling Haaland has 1 goal. The last 4 games, you have 0 wins, 3 draws, and a loss.
Haaland's got 1 open play goal and 7, by the way.
It is a situation where you need other players to step up. This season, everyone has been speaking about how certain players have been stepping up for City. One of those players who they consistently speak about, forget about Foden today, forget about Turkey, Jeremy Doku, come to the stage. You're supposed to be one of the best players out there for City. You're supposed to be one of the best creators, goal scorers, all-around players for City. Man has 1 goal for City all season. Why are we sitting here acting like Jeremy Doku is one of the best wingers in the league when he's had 1 goal contribution? 1 goal all season for them. In addition to that,
we talk about Saka being good, and
guess
look at
what?
his goal tally.
Saka has 4 goals this season, and people are still saying
4 goals isn't good enough, though. But we still know he's a good player.
It's not. But guess what? Saka would be your 4th highest goal scorer.
It's still 4. It's still poor. It's still poor. If Doku had 4 goals, he would still be poor.
My point is, Manchester City don't spread out the goals. You have Erling Haaland on 20, you have Foden on 7, you have Reinders on 5,
Doku,
and then everybody else under that 2, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1, and City of old would spread out the goals to a level where you'd have a 20 goal scorer, a 15-goal scorer, a 10-goal scorer, and then everyone else getting 5s or 6.
Yeah, Arsenal of old would have a 20-goal scorer. You don't have that either.
Defensively, you cannot beat anybody if your defense is poor and your attack is relying on one individual. You're one-dimensional at this point.
Vader games.
Listen, we address things when we see a deficiency. When we have issues.
Sorry, can we not that slide? What happened there?
What? I thought that was a glitch.
Nothing.
Look at what he did.
We address things when we have things that are missing out, right? With regards to the goal scoring, which we've all said we need to see more contribute. What does the club do? The club must they must subscribe to Egal Talks Football. Because being reminded that you don't have enough scores. You know what we did in the January transfer window? We went and got Semenyo, who's the second, third. Let me address one point before you want to bring it somewhere else. Calm down on the ADHD, everybody. I'm trying to respond to one thing at a time. Wolfie brought something up, and then Faz want to bring me to another topic. Egal wants to interrupt. Let me just say this real quick. We know that we need to get more scoring from the players. With regards to Doku, you want to go for him. He contributes more than goals, guys. All right? We can be lazy, and the reason why I brought up Saka is because his goal scoring isn't crazy, but we still know the quality of the winger. So the same thing applies to Doku. Does he need to do more? Yes. If Doku had 4, I would still say he needs more. But
it wasn't a shot at Doku alone.
It was a shot. It
was about your whole team as a collective. You're not.
Yeah, but you specifically said Doku, so I addressed you. So that's a shot. When it comes down to my team recognizing that we have things that need to be improved, we address it. January transfer window. Attack, we went and get Semenyo. Defensively, Wolfie mentioned all of my City fans are talking about we're crying about our injuries and our lack of defense. Well, we went out and got.
Oh, by the way,
we went on and got Gahey.
Wait, no, hold on, I can't.
Wait, are you concerned? Are you concerned it may be too late?
1 second. There's an official statement from Fabrizio Romano about how much wages.
Official statement. It means a tweet. Official statement is a tweet.
Yeah. So. An official announcement is expected soon, but there you go, 300K a week. I'll show you right now. Where is it?
Oh my God!
Wait, can I just comment on what Vader said, please? Because we can't.
Man's out here making 300K a week. I told you he was making 300K a week. You told me I'm lying. It's 200K. There it is, official from Fabrizio Romano.
Fabrizio's not official.
It's the extra, bro. But anyway.
Fabrizio's not official, but we can do this again. We can do this
again.
How about we wait until Capology puts the numbers out? How about we do that?
Okay, how about we respond to what the bullshit you just said?
What BS did I just say?
I'll tell you the BS you just said, because we will all sit here and cook Chelsea when they have their transfer window and they spend 2 billion and everything else. And you talked about how City addresses their issues. And you're very selective in these issues you talked about addressing. Because let's be real, bro, you've been doing this for well over a year. You went and you had Rodri out. So what did you do? You brought Nico Gonzalez. What's he saying these days? You then went and Haaland was injured. Oh, let's knee-jerk reaction and buy Marmoush. Now he rots on your bench.
No, we needed an Alvarez replacement.
There's so much money you lot waste, and you're trying to big up. Like, you fucking do these amazing transfer windows. Your transfer windows are knee-jerk, which tells me there's no plan. This is the thing. So stop trying to big up these transfer windows. They're not plans, man. You're just reacting to gaps in your squad. That's how you.
When you have gaps in your squad, you get players to fill the gaps.
You're covering injuries with new signings. That's all you're doing, man. It's not a plan.
It's not a knee-jerk.
Okay, if Rodri was injured last season, do you buy Nico Gonzalez?
Yes, because we had no Rodri replacement because Phillips was not there for us. What are we doing here?
You don't get Marmoush either if Haaland wasn't injured towards.
Of course we get Marmoush because we had no Julian Alvarez.
No, you don't. It's so knee-jerk, your transfer window.
For Wolfie to be able to know.
So were you getting Gahey if you didn't pick up an injury this transfer window?
No, we wouldn't.
Okay, there you go.
No, it's not there you go. That's very different.
Bro, that's how your transfer window looks to me.
It's not it's not the same.
Chelsea, no, you're the one sharing. You've spent more money than Chelsea have now.
Over what?
Over this last year, you've now spent more
over
money
a year.
Than
okay, we've spent more than Chelsea in over a year. What does that matter?
You've spent more than anyone in the last year. Now that you've bought Gahey, you've now spent more than anyone.
Okay,
where's
I
the
spent more. Wolfie,
where's
I
the
spent.
joke
Sorry,
on
Rax.
Man City's
Sorry,
money
Rax.
spent?
I'm apologizing right now. I'm apologizing right now because of how Wolfie's operating. But I spent more in 1 year, which is very close to what Liverpool spent in one transfer window. So what are we doing?
So what? Okay, and what are you
And
going
what
to
I
achieve?
spent, Wolfie, one second. What I spent in 1 year, if you want to go, and I know someone's geeking out, nerding out in the comments. If I bought 11 players in 1 year and it cost the same of 4 for my man Liverpool, it's not an issue.
It is an issue. It is an issue. I'll tell you
I
why.
got
'Cause they
11
won a
for the price
trophy
of
in those
4.
12 months. They won a trophy, bro. What is that
They won a
overspending
trophy,
got you?
and we're trying to win a trophy. That's what clubs
What
do.
has that overspend? Are you going to win the league then?
I'm attempting to, absolutely.
You sure?
Is anyone sure about winning the league?
Don't worry, man. Don't worry.
All right, I'm sure about it.
Gal's
One
been
thing I'll
sure
tell
for
you
the
guys
last
is-
3 seasons.
You don't even get my point. We were all told
Wolfie, Gal has
Chelsea.
been sure about winning the league for the last 3 seasons.
Okay,
Like M,
okay.
he says it's going to rain every day.
Did you get the
Eventually,
point?
it will
Did you get the
rain.
point? I don't see how Man City fans control Chelsea fans for spending $2 billion.
One second. We're gonna get on to Arsenal in a second, but big up Manchester United, great performance. Manchester City, that performance was shocking, and you guys are definitely gonna have to improve. Gahey might not save you. You might not need to spend another 250K before the window ends, just to get yourself.
Wait, another what? How much?
You forgot.
250. So 250 million. That's what you spent.
Another
right?
250 million.
Never forget that how Rico.
You guys are the January kings, though. You're always spending Jan.
It's a new trend. It's a new trend. Spending big in Jan, we're popping that off. That trend in terms of spending in Jan, that's us.
Veta, can
up?
you explain to the public about how exposed Rico Lewis were on the right-hand side?
Rico Lewis was asked to put in a shift when I was surprised to not see Nunez at right back. He wasn't able to play due to illness. I'm going to wait until things are actually official, like official with regards to why he wasn't able to play. But Rico Lewis asked to put in that shift. It was more to ask of anyone. Some are criticizing Pep. Maybe he should have played Kusanov. But if we play Kusanov there, then I think we're moving Max over. Then we're putting Ake in. Then we're putting O'Reilly. I think Pep was like, let me not change as much. He got it wrong.
Guys, I don't know if Vader, can you stay for the rest of the show or you got to go? Because we're going to talk about Arsenal now if you want to stay. Look at him. He don't want to stay.
10 max.
That's what I'm saying. Well done for turning up.
Yo, guys, let's go to Wolfie.
Well done for turning
What
up.
do you think about the Arsenal game? You were there live.
I was there, and all these, I was saying this earlier, all these Arsenal are scary thumbnails that I see on YouTube, bro. They need to fucking shut their channels down, man. Seriously. Like, what are we doing here, man? This YouTube age we live in. Bro, I don't know what's meant to be scary about Arsenal. Like, I spoke to LB and I was like, you should be able to win the title, but if you're shitter than Arsenal, God help us all, because this league is dead. There was... If you'd just been dropped onto planet Earth on Saturday evening and you watched that match, one, well done if you stayed awake. But secondly, saying that there's 16 teams between those two is crazy. It really is. The gap in quality that Arsenal produced on Saturday was pathetic. They played at walking pace, sideways. Created, you'd say, 2 clear-cut chances, maybe 3 at most. But bro, I was saying to my mates, I was at the Forest 7-0 against Brighton. Wallahi Allah, 4-0 up. I was still worried about that game. On Saturday, 60 minutes in, I'm like, this is ending 0-0.
They've been doing that all season though, Wolfie, innit? Like even last season a little bit. They were
At the
probably
exact
better off
same
last
time,
season.
I was thinking it's going to end 0-0 also.
It's just been, they just don't look like they're firing in all cylinders.
They're just, Marwan, there was like
Don't
this
lie though,
feeling.
we weren't cutting you open at the beginning.
Huh?
At the beginning, we were getting
You had like spells. You had spells.
Yeah, you had like a 10-minute spell beginning down our left-hand side where you were doubling up. Like Ben Scheidt was inverting in, Madueke was going on the overlap and what have you. After that spell, honestly, Forest were pushing you back for the last 10-15 minutes of the first half and the first 15 minutes of the second half. And then after that, it just petered out into nothing. What surprised me the most was I was expecting a bombardment with 10 minutes to go. Like, show me you want this title. And I look at the sideline, I'm there thinking, it's Arteta, man. Arteta's happy with the point here. He's going to look at this point and be like, we've gained a point on Man City rather than we've dropped a potential other 2 points. Now, I'm not saying you're going to lose the league because of that, but that's not the mentality of a killer for me. There's no way on this planet you should be going to a Forest who just fucking lost to Wrexham in the FA Cup and drawing 0-0 with us. Like, yes, our defense was fantastic. Elliot Anderson, by the way, he fucked up Odegaard. Like, Odegaard was so shit, man. And Anderson just bust him and Declan Rice as well. Anderson was just outstanding in that midfield. And I backed Jacquet. I've been saying the Arsenal fans, have some patience. He'll come good. He's on the same amount of goals that Henry scored after the same amount of games. Not comparing him to him, but I'm saying, you know, were you judging Henry? Bro, after I saw him, and I use the word saw very loosely, bro, the guy, I didn't know he was playing until, when was it, 30th minute, 35th minute, where Murillo makes the mistake. He's in the Forest half on his own. Murillo chases him. Murillo then slips, gives him another yard, still catches him before he gets to the box, and then puts that slide in on his challenge. I'm looking at that and I'm thinking, that's the scenario in Portugal where he was getting his goals, where there was space in behind. That's the first time I've seen him with that, amount of space in a game. And he shot the bed. I thought at least try and get Murillo sent off. If you feel he's catching you, use some football IQ and go down or force the challenge or whatever. Bro, he's dead. And then I didn't see him again. I didn't even know he got stinker and hooked. That's how little I know.
Bruno had a decent game as well. You'd actually defended really, really well that game.
Yeah, man. But Milenkovic was on top form.
Gokares, you kept him quiet. Like,
I didn't know he was playing. Wallahi,
had one shot, and it was that shot. As for
it was
overall,
a great block.
the Martinelli chance.
You lot are being harsh on him.
Moreno.
The Martinelli chance wasn't as easy because, like, I was in the stand behind it in the Trent end. And the angle was more narrow than it looks on TV. So, yeah, I think he probably should have taken that with his right foot rather than his left and kind of finessed it into the corner. But it was still a tight angle. But the save from Sells on Saka's header was beyond world class. Yeah, that was down the other end. Even from the Trent end, I could see it and it looked like a fantastic save. Bro, when I saw the highlight of it, that save was disgusting, man. He had no right to get to that ball. That's the best save I've seen this season. If not, my thoughts are, 5 years.
You know what? Grand scheme of things, because it is a opportunity missed, but because Villa and City didn't do their job, it's technically a point gain now because we have gained a point on the league, regardless what anyone says.
If you would have won that, you're 9 points.
We drop points, but we gained a point. It is a missed opportunity. What are you gonna do?
Yeah,
cry about it?
Opportunity, for sure.
Just get better going forward. We've now played 3 away games in a row. We're gonna play Inter. I would rotate heavily versus Inter and go full strength versus Man United because I think that Champions League game tomorrow doesn't mean as much as the league game at home versus Manchester United. Right now, I see 16 more games from now to the end of the season. If we win 14 of them, we clinch the league. So I'm just going to keep counting down. I think come the end of the season, if City are playing the way they're playing right now and they don't turn around their form, and I don't think Villa are true contenders, I think Arsenal's going to end up running away with it come the end of the season, not right now.
That's another thing as well, bro. Hey, if you drop points against us, and then City win, straight away it's open again.
Who's to say they're going to beat Wolves? Wolves are in better form than them.
City Wolves, nah, man.
Wolves are currently in better form than City.
I get that, but I would expect City to bounce back.
I don't think anyone can write off anyone in this
Gay
league.
will probably be starting. The menu will be,
Anybody can beat anybody. Wolves gave me one of my hardest games at the Emirates this season.
Yeah, but it's just hopium at this rate. Like, come on, we all know.
What's hopium? We're top of the league. It takes 3 games. It takes 3 games where we drop points to catch us.
There's no way Pep drop his intensity against Bodo Glimt and Wolves, man. There's no way, man. I think they're gonna win.
The issue comes is I don't know when you guys play City, right?
24th of
April, mid of April.
Okay. Maybe you could argue maybe that's a little bit too late, right? But at the same time, if it gets to a situation where they win and they're 4 points behind you,
correct.
you will start to worry. You will start to worry, even if it's only like 5 games left or 4 games left or whatever, because you know as well as I do, Igal, that you guys have slipped up in the past. Now, is this a better Arsenal team? Absolutely. Is this a worse City team? Absolutely. But until you're over the line, until you've got that number of points, you're always going to have that little bit of a.
I'm not going to lie to you guys. I have a theory, and my theory is we're preparing ourselves for the business end of the season.
Igal,
right now,
over the years, how many theories have you had?
Have they been true? 1 second. This is legit. This is legit. We have been trying to make sure our best players are available for the business end of the season. Come the end of the season when it comes to knockout rounds of the Champions League, FA Cup finals, League Cup finals, the March, April. If we can get all our guys fit for that time, fair. We're gonna have to make rotation.
Wait, what does that mean?
My point is, we rotated in this game. People are blaming the rotation for the performance. I don't blame the rotation. I blame the finishing. I think the manager tried to make the substitutions to win the game. I think the players let the manager down with their finishing. And at the end of the day, you move because it didn't cost us too much. We keep it moving. Right now, even club legend like Henry, who's always critical, said you can't really fault Arsenal right now for too much. Yes, they could have more points. Yes, we could have had 9, 11, even if you want to go out and say 17 if we win every single game. But you're going to drop points at some point throughout the season. It's not the end of the world. We move on.
Yeah, but it's about
I felt that, Igal, I think we've been watching this movie many times before, man. It's not,
but the thing is, Man City are not the same City.
Yeah, but Arteta is the same Arteta. That's
I was just thinking that. I don't know how to word it. I was going to say, but Arsenal's still the same Arsenal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But this Arsenal team has 2 defeats all season. This Arsenal team,
they're a bit stronger. They are a bit stronger.
This Arsenal team is 7 points clear.
Listen, bro. If you beat, I swear down, it's going to come down to.
In perspective, last season Liverpool were 7 points clear after 22 games. They went and extended it even further come March.
But Igal, your historical issue has not been losses; it's been draws. That's the thing.
But the thing is, this is not a history lesson. This is about right now.
No, because this history is repeating itself. If you look at certain games this season where you drop points, I look at Sunderland.
Last season, you guys could say Liverpool dropped points to Everton, who are in a relegation battle. These things happen.
Okay, but again, I'm talking about this season now. If you look at where you dropped your points, there were so many opportunities where it reminds me of
But the thing is,
ever played.
You ignore the opportunities that we capitalize on. Bournemouth and Aston Villa, we capitalized on City dropping points 2 weeks in a row.
I am talking about killing someone. I don't know if anyone played Fortnite. When you knock someone, man, and you're like, I'm not going to finish him. I'm just going to leave him there while I take the rest of the squad out and shit.
I think you guys are confusing 2 different things. You guys are confusing 2 different things.
Arsenal fans will be waiting for their
normal
to come and try and save that one player and then end up dying.
1 second.
Eventually, the gas catches you up. You know what I'm saying?
If you do one thing and it goes wrong, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. At the end of the day, you have to try to do whatever you can to reserve your players from getting injured throughout the season and rotate. You have a squad for a reason. You're going to utilize it. If those players don't perform on that given day, you substitute them and you bring in the starters. In the second half, we did that. And guess what? We still didn't get the goal. So I'm not going to sit here and cry about it. It is what it is. It wasn't the best performance. It wasn't the best performance. But guess what? We've played more games than this Villa team, this Nottingham Forest team recently, and you're going to see a little level of fatigue. I do think that is a factor in that game. But hey, fair play to you guys. You guys didn't create anything. You nullified us. It ended, and you got your point that you wanted. It's a poor result for us.
You got your point that Arteta wanted, bro.
And I just wanted to get on to the next part of this. Everyone's talking about the title race in Villa. Now you guys can see Villa's out of the title race.
Just before I jump, I agree with what you're saying to a certain extent, because there has been extremes I've seen in the last 2 days from Arsenal fans going, Arteta out, you can't draw to Forest.
Well, some of them are not Arsenal fans. They're fake accounts.
Oh, whatever. I don't judge who. If someone says they support Arsenal, I'll take them on face value. But anyway, that's besides the point. Like, if Arsenal were offered first 7 points clear, first in the Champions League, 1 foot in the final of the Carabao Cup, bro, even the most negative Arsenal fan is taking that. So they're done too far. But Igal, don't ignore the warning signs.
Bro, remember 4 weeks ago, City were 2 points behind us.
Yeah,
He's
and
done
in
well.
4 weeks' time, they could be 2 points ahead of you. This is the thing. It's not over. It's not over.
You're right. It's
So
not over.
All I'm saying is
let's
those
go
Arsenal
on to the
fans
next
don't need to
one.
go to that extreme. But Igal, don't ignore the warning signs.
I
Remember when
won't,
Liverpool were 5 for 5 and Liverpool fans are like, we've already won the title, we're doing a quad? Things turn very quickly in football.
We'll see.
Big
We'll
up,
see.
boys.
I
I
don't
got
think
jumped.
He's going to save them. I don't think he's going to
Big
save
up,
them.
Wolfie.
Good
Have
to
a
see
good
you,
one, bro.
boys.
Good to see
I'll
you
see you
always,
later.
bro.
What do you call it? Jay, are you there? I need to speak about Spurs. Thomas Frank, how is he not sacked yet, guys? How is Thomas Frank not sacked yet?
Forget Thomas Frank survived this month. After Maresca slotting Amorim. It's crazy, man.
Thomas Frank has the worst Spurs home record I have ever seen in my life.
Can't be worse than Amorim.
This Tottenham team, you know how they defend? They defend in their box and just let players take pop shots from distance every single game. They've conceded more goals from outside the box than any team this season. And then in the final minutes, they need to win the game. Set piece goal conceded from what do you call it? Callum Wilson. Honestly, 2-1 at home versus West Ham. Relegation battling West Ham. I think that's the lowest point for Spurs this season. And somehow he's still in a job and he's still getting to play this weekend, this midweek game in the Champions League. Why have Spurs not sacked him?
Apparently, looking for another manager.
Apparently, Vinay, who previously worked at Arsenal, seen Arteta turn it around, so he believes in Thomas Frank that he can turn it around.
Nah, man.
I'm surprised Rock didn't laugh. His historic laugh.
Is Jay here?
But I mean, I'm very wary of your sources on these types of this type of speculation. We know your sources are not exactly entirely credible.
But we do know Vinay is the actual Spurs director or whatever.
Sure, but that's not what you said. You said the reason why he hasn't sacked him because he saw Arteta turn it around.
That's reports what they're saying.
But you do realize though, whenever you hear that, whenever a club come out and put out a statement saying, we're going to give the manager time, that's usually when they start looking for other managers.
Yeah.
Same thing happened with Amorim as well. Like about a month back, it was like, yep, no, we're going to give him to the end of the season. And then, caretaker comes in. But I don't think Tottenham want to make that mistake of bringing in the caretaker. So they might just, do you know what I mean, see out the season, maybe. Or I don't know. Who would they bring in as a caretaker?
Tottenham right now, they're in a bad state. Like, I'll probably let the King just stay the shift down.
I don't even know if that would that change anything, do you reckon?
Nah, not really. It'll be the same hole.
That's what I think, bro. Like the squad's still the same. Like there's still gaps in that. Jabby Simmons, is he the answer, bro? Richarlison, is he the answer?
No.
Do you know what I mean? It's like you look at that squad and there's definitely gaps in that team, man. I'm not. But at the end of the day, at this point, they're gonna have to make a decision soon because if they carry on like this, it's just gonna get worse.
I mean, where are Spurs in the table? How close are they to getting? All right, they're on 27 points.
They're 12th.
They're 7 points behind Chelsea.
They're 14th.
Yeah, but they're 7 points behind Chelsea, right? So if you want to look at like top 6, top 7 positions, 6 points behind Brentford.
But bro,
it's not. They're far from good. They're far from good. But it would probably be a little. If you depends if you genuinely think. If the only people who really know are people inside Spurs. If you genuinely think that Thomas Frank hasn't had the rub of the green and needs more time, and there's something because we have seen in his career in the Premier League, he's done a good job. He's done a good job at Brentford. Spurs is obviously a different kettle of fish. If you believe in that he's the guy to take you forward, then you give him more time. If you think, you know what, actually, this is not working and I don't see it getting any better, that's when you twist.
That's what it is. They don't look like they're improving. That's what it is for me. They look like they're getting worse. And it reminds me of us under Amorim last season, where it's like you're expecting a result, you're expecting to turn things around, but it's just getting worse. The performances ain't getting better.
What's the gap? You know what? Unfortunately, Jay is here, but he hasn't joined us for this conversation. So I was gonna kind of swiftly move past it. I needed to speak to you about Chelsea for tour. You guys are signing the center back from France. I'm not gonna lie, I checked him out because we were linked to him. He looks like a quality young up and coming player. He's 20 years old, plays over there in France. He's French, of course, himself, and I would say I would say he'd probably add some pace to your back line. I don't know how calm or collective he is yet.
Funnily enough, that we signed a centre back just hours after the protest went off. By the way. Funnily enough, that apparently when protest happens and then the ownership starts acting on the transfer market, surprise, surprise. But
that's usually how it works.
Bro, I was listening to a Chelsea fan complaining about your protest, saying you guys need to stop singing about Roman Abramovich and Maresca and start actually criticizing the owners.
I think the protest was done in the wrong way, I would say, because if you look at the Strasbourg protests in the past, they've had numbers that turned up, and this is why the issue is with Chelsea fans is that we've had so many separation in our fan base that there's not a lot of people who promote the protest but didn't even bother to turn up. And there is some section. There is still some sectionists that is anti-Clear Lake but pro-Bowley. That is a section that anti-Blueco. They want the Bowley and the Clear Lake out as well. So there is clear separation there. But again, it's just that I felt that this protest it wasn't as good as previously. But I can see the message is being clear enough than the previous protest last year. We did have our first protest 2025 after we lost to Aston Villa, but then it was just small minority numbers just turned up. Just there's no enough clear message. But for this time's protest, the manifesto is there, but it's just that the lack of numbers that were turned up.
What do you think about this young centre back?
I haven't seen enough. I haven't seen much of him, to be honest with you. To me, it's just not a. Sorry, it's just not a potential for me. That, yeah, it's gonna be there for about 4 years, and then after that, being resell again for the. That's what Clear Lake works. That's how Clear Lake works, man.
That's the model.
Yeah,
that's the model, right? And the thing is. Look, it's a tricky one because Chelsea are never going to spend to the same proportions like they did under Abramovich again, right? They have to. Ultimately have to be self-sustaining because there isn't another Abramovich out there outside. I mean, even Abramovich, like towards the end, wasn't spending it as well because he was getting outspent by Abu Dhabi and these guys, right? So it's tricky, but at the same time. You can't. I think you got to have a bit of flexibility in your model, and that's maybe I don't know. Well, time will tell. Chelsea have bought well in to some degree, and whilst they got a lot of criticism previously, when they were selling in the summer, they actually were selling some of their players or most of their players for reasonable returns on what they put in. But that's Chelsea fans are used to winning, right? So that's where the conflict is going to come.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem like it's working, does it?
No, it doesn't seem it's working at all. And there is some scary rumors that Palmer might be leaving, Enzo might be leaving as well. So
that's the danger, isn't it? Because if you don't grow fast enough and challenge quick enough, then some of these guys will leave. Like Liverpool had it. We had it with I guess you could argue Coutinho, Gerrard was on the verge of leaving at certain times and things like that. It becomes tricky.
Hey, what about Chelsea's game versus Brentford? I'm not gonna lie to you, I didn't watch it. I didn't even see the highlights, so I don't know too much about it.
To be honest with you, it was the worst 2-0 win I've had. That was the worst 2-0 win. Like Brentford could have.
Hey, you won. That's all that matters, right?
Yeah, Brentford could have easily won the game in the first half. There are chances there. I thought Rossini's tactics somehow when I saw it on the Sky Sports today, I can see what his patterns of play. He's trying to build like a man-to-man marking, but again, I think new tactics will come in time. And for Palmer wise, the worry thing is for me is that if that groin injury gets worse from him, he can miss that World Cup. It's the same conversation I had with other Chelsea fans that. Let's say if Palmer you get that surgery going, he might miss a few games in or not. But the bigger risk is going to miss that the plane in the US. So So
He's basically sacrificing his season for the World Cup.
he's basically flying through an injection painkiller. So he has to take painkiller every day to be in that.
But Yamal does the same thing.
I think every player now does the same thing. I think
for certain tournaments, Amrabat done it for the World Cup as well.
Yeah.
I think for certain tournaments, like you just want to try and get yourself fit.
No, I'm saying that specific injury, the groin injury, Messi had it. Yamal has it. He has it. A bunch of people have had it. They've been okay to play. It's just some of them have to have the surgery. Like Emil Smith-Rowe had to have the surgery. He still hasn't been the same.
He didn't look the same after 100%.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I think
It's
nowadays,
crazy.
I think if you look at the bigger, the top players that we are right now in the Premier League, I think some players are playing through an injury in some ways that I kind of respect it, that they don't want to miss the play in the World Cup. But again, it's just that one of those things that I think they want to be in that World Cup that bad. So
Yeah, it's not worth the risk though. Sometimes, isn't it, bro? Because it could just get worse
Yeah.
with injuries,
You know
bro.
what, we used to hear players would play through mad injuries like fractures and stuff. I don't know how that's possible.
A lot of players at United were doing it under Oli, bro. You had Martial doing it, you had Rashford doing it, Shaw doing it.
Apparently, Ben White was playing with like a grade 1 knee sprain or something like that.
Don't get me wrong, though. You're never like fully fit. Do you know what I mean?
That's not
Late
a good
in the
thing,
season,
right?
business end, you're never fully fit. That's true.
But I don't. Anybody's playing with a grade 1, but regardless, like it's not good if you're playing. There's like you can have soft, simple injuries or little, feeling a little bit of awkwardness and stuff like that. But if you're properly injured, of course, it's not good to be playing, both for yourself, but also for your team.
Bro, NBA Finals. I don't know if you watch the NBA Finals. Guy has a calf injury.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I remember that.
He goes out there. 2 minutes. 3 minutes into the game, he blows out his Achilles. He's out for the whole next season.
Yep.
It's Game 7 of the NBA Finals. He had no choice. He basically said to himself, either I sit out this game and potentially I'll be able to play next year, or I take this opportunity to try to win the NBA Finals. He starts off the game on fire, and then nobody's around him. His Achilles just goes. He's now gone for the year. His team is suffering for a whole year. It's crazy.
Did he win? Did he win?
He lost. It's like your best player getting injured in the Champions League final. It happened to you at Liverpool.
Yep.
It happened to Rooney as well at the Euros, bro. And back in the day.
Yeah, it's crazy. But hey, while we're talking about Liverpool, good segue. Bro, you guys are on the craziest undefeated streak where your fans are still
It's
mad
rubbish.
at their manager sacked.
It's rubbish. We're playing rubbish, man. We're not good at the moment. It's not just boring. It's just not good. Regardless of if it's boring or it's.
Would you sack him and replace him with Xavi?
You know what? So I haven't been slot out, whilst a lot of people have been slot out and stuff, and I think that's fair enough. Anybody who has that opinion is fair enough. But I'm as close to being slot out now as I've ever been. Because I don't see it improving. And if you don't see it improving, like I don't see it improving, but I don't think we're going to win anything this season. Maybe you could argue that's defeatist because we still got the Champions League to fight for. And as I've said before, like we have beat some of the biggest teams in the world this season. So on our day, we can step up and we can beat anybody. So it's a little bit defeatist to say that, but at the same time, we're just not good. We're not good, man, and it's not looking good. I mean,
performance. Everyone was loving that.
I mean, Wirtz is a good player, and Wirtz is going to come good. I think he'll be fine, but just us as a whole, as a team overall, we're not playing well at the moment. And the problem is, I don't know how that's going to change. Like, obviously, Salah's going to be coming back soon. We don't know how that's going to sit, how him and Slot's going to work. You hope he comes back. We start putting results together, and we, maybe that will stand us in decent stead for the rest of the season. obviously the league is completely out of the question. Maybe we could do something in the FA Cup, but I mean that's not really going to salvage a season. The only thing that can salvage a season from the expectations we had is if we win the Champions League, but that's highly unlikely right now. But we're not incapable of doing it. If you're saying who are the top, I don't know, 7 or 8 teams who can do it, I think probably Liverpool are in one of those because we can beat any team on our day. But right now we look a shadow of ourselves.
First.
You're not in a good shape or format, by the way. You got Bournemouth next week, and then you got Newcastle at home, then Man City at home as well.
Yeah.
What's the expectations for Liverpool for the rest of the season?
Have to get top 4, top 5, depending on if the 5th place gets Champions League. So we have to get Champions League football.
No hopes of competing for the league Champions League or FA Cup?
No, I mean, look, you've always got a chance. We're Liverpool, and we've always got a chance in the Champions League. We've beaten this season. We've beaten Real Madrid. We've beaten Arsenal. We've beaten who else have we beaten? Inter away. Like we've beaten some of the best teams in the world. So we're capable of doing it. But right now, that kind of performance is a distant memory. We're just as likely. We could beat Arsenal and knock Arsenal out of the Champions League, and then we could get knocked out by, I don't know, some Porto or something like that. I don't trust us in any game right now.
Fairs. We're gonna wrap it up here, boys. You guys have yourselves a wonderful day. Shout out to everyone. Big up Rock, big up Fatur, big up Jay, big up Wolfie, big up M, big up Vader, even though his team's a fraudulent team right now. You already know what it is. By the way, Capology confirmed 78 million.
Oh my God.
Gross. That is 300K a week if you include the bonuses. Excluding the bonuses is 250K. Rock, why are you smiling?
I don't know the intricacy. I haven't seen the contract. Show me his contract, then I'll tell you how much he's earning.
You know what? We're ending. I'm going to send you guys over to Husam's channel. Tell Husam Arsenal's going to dunk on. Sorry. I'm going to send you guys over to Husam's channel. Tell Husam slot in. He's slot out, right?
Mm-hmm.
When did he turn slot out? I swear he was one of the biggest fighters for slot.
It's been a few weeks. It's been a few weeks.
No, I don't think he's live though.
Oh, he's not live? Okay, I'll send you guys to Sheik TV. Tell Sheik Arsenal's going to slap Man United next week. Guys, tell them that. Done now.